Are we good?
Maybe. Oh. Hey, can you tell we've been away for a little while? And my internet decided to crap out on us. It said, I don't want you to stream. What's wrong with you? Streaming on a Monday?
There you go. I was going to say, we might not want to run that. That's probably not helping.
Alright. So we're going to replay round 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably for the best because we were dropping frames throughout the entirety of it. So we'll go ahead and replay it, and we'll be vigilant, very aware of what's going on.
Keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, and so yeah, let's do it. Round 1.
Round 1.
Week number 9. Let's do this thing.
Get into it.
3, 2, 1. It's never that fast.
No.
But see, now we have it correct.
Oh, yeah. This whole time,
Yeah,
it's we knew what this match was going to be based on these players here. Like Lyle's definitely going to have something cool. No, it's like he's had different decks for pretty much every season. He's tried something different, done some different things. You know, he's had his tried and true that he'll go through and play for a couple of weeks kind of thing. Like, he's done Infect for a bit. He's done Bant Eldrazi. He had, like, the Naya Blitz. Like, things like that. But then he's played, like, some Mardu lists from time to time. He had his Junk or Abzan list. Like, when we started Modern Magic Mondays. Mm-hmm. If you guys remember our 1 year look back, if you will. We got to see some of that. But he played the blue-white control list for a while, or blue-white mid-range as he's like to call it, and now he's brewed up this Sultai control. Now, I don't know like who originated the deck, where he got ideas for it, or where he saw some.
I think he got it from Mox.
Okay,
I think Mox sent it to him. Because the neat thing about our shop in particular is our players, they like to play a lot of different decks, but there's a lot of, you can kind of get a feeling for what a player is going to enjoy. So Lyle, I think, is a very deliberate player, and he knows what he enjoys, and you know, he's played enough with Mox, and Mox was kind of like, hey, I think you might actually enjoy this.
Yeah. So
take a look at this list, and good luck. So, you know, Lyle kind of took a look at it, said, you know what, let's see how can I Lyle this up?
Look, they roll
the Tarmogoyf dice.
I like that. You know, it's a 6-sided die. You can clearly tell who's going to win with that. Now, I'm wondering whose deck Chris is borrowing.
I don't know.
Because
it's got foils.
It's got, for one, it's pretty decked out when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, with some of the foils that it's running, like basically just from the land base, like expeditions and things like that.
Oh, there's the Dahiri.
Okay. That gets a little bit of the idea of what the deck's going to try to do. Looks like both are going to ship down to 6. Mm-hmm. But he is our tried and true Tron Eldrazi player. It's what won him Season 3. Like, everybody knows him as the Tron Eldrazi player. Mm-hmm. And even if you're trying to beat it, you might not win. Like, he's been playing it for a while. He knows the deck very well. So definitely something to be aware of if you come to the shop and have to play against him. Oh, you want to adjust it.
It's driving me crazy.
Oh, looks so much better. Nice and centered.
Just let it be, dude.
No, I don't have a problem with it.
Fits right in the center.
It's good. The problem is we need something else down on this side too, like we have over here. Help it out a little bit, you know? Mm-hmm. That's what I think. That's my 2 cents. While this game's getting started, for those that are unaware, Modern Magic Mondays has a podcast that we've done that is on SoundCloud and iTunes. All you gotta do is search Modern Magic Mondays. It'll pop up for you. We did our most recent episode about Modern Masters 2017.
Before it came out.
Talking spoilers and stuff like that. So it's something exciting for you guys at home if you want to listen on your way to work. I think it was like about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a nice drive. Sit there, listen to it from iTunes, subscribe, follow it, all that kind of good stuff. If you guys enjoy it, something we're going to start doing more often. Kent's going to start with some spoilers. Did you see the leaked card they've been talking about?
Yeah, the weird fuse card. Yeah,
it's not really a fuse, but it's
it is a fuse. Well, it's a play from exile,
or it's play from graveyard. You put it in your. It's turned sideways, which is weird because that's usually what you do to like indicate something's exiled.
Yeah.
But it says you may play this card from your graveyard. If you do, return creatures with converted mana costs, whatever, from your graveyard to your hand, or something like that, or to the battlefield. I don't remember what it's specifically. The regular cast is just like a board wipe for 3 or less, or something. All right, we got some fetching going on. Some shocking into some serums. You know what's another good card that we don't have? Ancestral Visions.
True.
But that's okay. Because the deck that we're going to be playing doesn't run blue.
Well, I was thinking about 2 cards.
I guess more of just the order at this point. Doesn't look like he's going to ship any of those 2 away. And Serum Visions does let you get the, ability to put either on the top or the bottom.
Just smooths out your draws.
Yeah. Blood Crypt.
Chris is going to lead off with the Blood Crypt.
Alright, so you're in Lyle's spot. Scalding Tarn into a Blood Crypt.
I mean, Grixis.
Telling me, yeah, that's what it's telling me right there. Grixis, I'm going to be playing against. Fine.
It's solid choice to play right now.
Yeah.
Deck's really good. Fatal Push just made it better. Wild draws. Looks like it's another land. That's what he kept on top.
Polluted. There's a bobble here. Yeah, Fatal Push is nice because it does take out a lot of the big old baddies right now from some of the top decks,
It
like
does.
Goyf,
Yep.
Death Shadow. Only downside is if you go above that, like the Tron Eldrazi lists and stuff, you're just kind of left going, well,
Yeah, this is a good card, I
wish
guess.
this was Path to Exile.
So I'm saying, Sultai White.
Sultai.
You can have it all.
No.
You can
I don't want 5-color good stuff.
You're not playing 5-color.
You're pretty much playing 5-color at that point.
I'm not asking you to play Lightning Bolt or Terminate or anything like that. You've already got the perfect suite of creature removal. All you need is a Path to Exile to just really make it sell.
That's true.
And then you can play Mentor.
You are a big fan of monks and.
It's a 2/2 monk
It is
with prowess.
That makes 1/1 monks with prowess. What more can you ask for?
I don't know why we're even talking about this. Seems like a no-brainer to me.
Well, it's a good thing you have some, so we can run it in this new deck.
Plays a land. I'm fairly certain it's a fetch land.
I'm fairly certain he's going to try to fetch. Hallowed Fountain. Oh, so this is the way of saying, oh, hey, you thought I was on Grixis. You're wrong.
Right.
Jeskai black.
Here's that fourth color.
Alright.
One on top, one on bottom.
Yep. 1 and 1. Alright, fetching as well. Very slow start, you'll see, as these control decks are just choosing to just go land pass, essentially. A lot of setup going into this. Like, here's a serum, pass. Cool, alright, I'll do the same thing, and I'll pass. Neither player wanting to start the control war, go for these counter battles, if you will, and neither player really having a major threat to throw down yet.
Well, because Chris isn't tapping out when he plays, you know, he just plays a land pass like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Lyle does have the Grimflayer in hand, I believe, but he's not in the market for just losing the Grimflayer off the bat.
Yeah, no,
you know, it's
like,
his only threat, so he has to really choose when he's going to play his creature. He wants to have the mana to back it up.
right.
If something were to happen, or another creature to back that up.
Yep, and we'll see a Watery Grave come up now for Chris Carrozza. I'm wondering why Lyle hasn't played that Bobble yet. I guess, like, if you're waiting for the extra draw, since you have a bunch of cards in hand.
Right. He may be waiting for the moment to, like,
To cast Lingering
he's
Souls.
played 2 Serum Visions already.
True.
So he's he already knows what the next couple cards are going to be. So maybe he's waiting for that moment when he's like, you know what, I don't know what this card is.
That's a very good point. He already knows. He's set everything up
Right.
nicely, so he doesn't have to worry.
Remand the Lingering Souls. Draw. So see, now he knows, okay, I got the Tarmogoyf.
Untap, draw for turn.
And now I think he's probably comfortable enough to say, here's the Bobble.
That's a good point.
Let's go ahead and
take a gander.
sack the Bobble.
Look at myself here.
And, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Good to know. Do I want to keep that there? Because I can just fetch it away
True.
if I don't like it. Looks like there's a Snapcaster, a Spell Snare, the Goyf, Grimflayer. So, okay, opting for the Grimflayer. What's the benefit of playing Grimflayer over a Goyf here?
He's baiting removal.
Okay.
Grimflayer's nice. Delirium does not... Wait, artifact, instant, sorcery...
Land.
Okay, so
4.
Delirium is there, so Grimflayer is a 4/4. But Tarmogoyf is much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Tarmogoyf may be a 4/5 right now. Currently. Depending on what's in Chris's graveyard. He could be a 5/6. He's just kind of baiting the removal to say, all right, well, here's the threat. It's a 4/4.
Do you have Fatal Push? Do you have Terminate?
Right.
Yeah, like something to add an extra creature in the
Yep.
graveyard so makes my Goyf bigger. And you saw he did fetch away, knowing that he did not like that top card off the Bobble.
Plays a Godless Shrine tapped. And I mean, Chris is just flush with the removal. He's got a Path, he's got a Lightning Bolt. But he's going to
Lingering Souls
play
here.
that Lingering Souls. get his 1/1s, and then path. So yeah,
Okay.
perfect for him to just lose the Grimflare and then still have a Tarmogoyf.
True. Okay. Got to see Liliana, Fatal Push, things like that were also in Lyle's list. I actually think that the new Liliana Last Hope would fit in nicely with this deck.
It does. It does pair well with Grimflare.
Yeah, this Liliana Veil's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, has that sack creature disruption to your hand with both player discard a card, but I think Last Hope might be more beneficial based on that you have quite a bit of creatures that you might want back and stuff, so.
So Serum Vision showed Abrupt Decay and Tassiger.
Looks like put one on the bottom, one on the top here.
I think Tassiger is probably fine to keep on top. Chris hasn't really shown anything that Lyle can destroy with an Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, I mean, like, spending 2 mana to Abrupt Decay a token, it's not really where you want to be.
Right. So it looks like maybe this is Tarmogoyf?
Yeah, I think it's okay to lay down the Goyf here. Like, you don't have a threat unless you have a lot of counter magic that you're trying to throw down. Like, I don't see the problem with laying down a threat here. Like, unless you're sitting here going, no, I've got Cryptic Command, and I really want to make sure I have the mana to cast Cryptic Command, or, you know, another 4 cost here. I think using 2 of your mana to throw down a Goyf is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Chris was tapped out too, right?
Chris was tapped out there. It could be, though, that there's no other threats. Like, we see some removal and things like that in Lyle's hand, and it might just be that there's no follow-up if he lays down the Goyf and it just dies to removal. Like a Fatal Push, a Terminate, something like that. So, I guess that's his hesitation here. But if you put that Tassiger on top, I think it's still fine to lay down the Goyf.
Well, losing your Grimflare is fine when you have a Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's a bitter pill to swallow if you lose it.
Yeah.
At least in my eyes. But
nice guy Lyle providing some tokens.
Spirits are going to get frisky.
Mm-hmm.
Pass back. Chris did draw a Collective Brutality, so he does have that available to him as well. Plays Tarmogoyf.
Alright, here we go. Five mana still available. Chris deciding, because he completely untapped here.
Right, he could... Looks like... Oh. Okay, he's going to respond with the Ojutai's command?
Okay.
What are the 4 modes on Ojutai again?
Counter a target creature. I think draw a card. Don't remember.
I know he gains 4 life.
We have a Handed Indie card bot available to us to figure out what that is. While you're checking on that, we've got a Snapcaster flashing back this remand here. And he's going to opt to remand his Tarmogoyf.
It's counter target creature spell.
Okay. return a creature card with commander mana cost 2 or less, gain 4 life, or draw a card. But it's all irrelevant because, hey, I'm going to remand this Tarmogoyf to my hand, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we're not gonna
play that game. Lyle in the tank here. I mean, he's got a threat on board, but it's not the threat that he wanted.
Right. And Chris does have 2 mana, so he doesn't have to worry about...
Yeah, but he's got 2 mana up, 2 cards in hand. Lyle's got quite a lot of cards in his hand still. And we've got Tasigur as the follow-up with it. I mean, just delve away some of those useless lands that have been filling up the graveyard. And now that's a much scarier threat here. And because he is running Sultai, it's very easy to activate Tasigur's ability. Yeah, let's get rid of some of those useless cards in your graveyard. Leave a Bauble and a Serum Visions to try to get off of Tasigur. Also, you want to try to keep a diversity of cards in your graveyard for that Goyf. And it looks like fetching into a mountain, attempting to flashback Lingering Souls.
Oh, no, can't do that.
Sorcery card, flashback, still a sorcery. Unless you're playing like Think Twice or something. Instant, you flash it back, still an instant. So. Alright. Ooh. There's another pretty land. What do you think about Chris's lands that he's got compared to Lyle's lands? Like the basics, at least. Because we see like the basic island over there underneath the...
Truthfully, I think I like Lyle's basics better.
Okay.
They're older. I'm a fan of the older lands.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I can understand the pretty full art
foil aspect of it.
Yeah, I can understand. You put in the time, the effort, the Benjamins.
The binge. Yep.
Yo!
Robert's Delight.
Robert's Delight. Dude, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you. Glad you're liking the stream tonight. Oh. Here's some Lingering Soul beats coming across for 8. Okay. So we have the ability to flashback Lingering Souls here. That gives 4 damage next turn. Lyle's currently tapped out here. So, Lightning Bolt.
No.
It's 3 damage. And it's only 7. But he has Collective Brutality. Which is...
I think you deal the 2 damage.
Deal 2 damage, gain 2 life. And you have a land that you can even escalate it and make him look at your opponent's hand and look at your opponent's hand and pick an instant or sorcery. So when he's tapped out, I think that's the perfect time to play it. You get information. You put him down 2 extra life. So he'll be at 6. And that allows you, if he has a counter spell, you can strip it away. Now, if you were just playing against like a Jund or an Abzan list or something like that, I think you don't have to do that right now. You can wait, but I mean, he's tapped out. That would seems like the perfect time. And Robert's Delight saying, unban Summer Bloom.
Whoa. I'll give you Summer Bloom if you give me Splinter Twin.
Yeah. No, you guys could have neither.
Alright, I'll give you Gitaxian Probe back.
I don't want it back. I don't need it.
It's because you're not playing the deck.
Actually, I might play Twin if it ever came back. We'd have to buy more.
I think I got like 8.
Do you really?
Deal!
Deal, he says.
see. Robert knows the secret.
Oh. Okay, Goyf comes out. We're going to see a bolt happen here.
See, but now he's one short.
He is still. Because of that not casting Collective Brutality. Because there's no threats here with the 4 damage coming across. So he can be like, alright, swing in, put 2 to 1.
Ooh. Benjamin Barry, you can have Bloom, but we'll ban Titan. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I still get Splinter Twin, right?
Yes. Make it difficult. You can have Splinter Twin back, but Deceiver and Pestimite are both banned.
What?
You can still do it. You get that 3 cost
I'll use
reptile
I'll
lizard.
use the cat. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, you could do the cat.
I'll use the Felidar Guardian and the Krasis.
Yeah. Bounding Krasis.
Deal.
Activate Task.
I'll even give you Blazing Shoal if y'all can have both.
Alright, deal. You got it. Let's do it. Blazing Infect. I accept your offer.
Alright, Lyle's down to 1.
Oh.
Does Chris have anything to remove? I mean, he has to have something, right?
Mishra's Bobble here. Oh, there's only 2 lands in his hand, though.
Crash.
Alright, he has to... Okay,
Bring the team. Path. Best card in Magic.
I'm wondering if he didn't have the path, if he would have been dead. I'm pretty sure he would have.
Yeah, he had to have the path.
There's at least 6 coming across over here. So let's activate Goyf, activate Tasker, see what we can get.
Activate Goyf.
Activate that Goyf.
See what we get. Looks to be Stubborn Denial. Oh, what a card. Love that card.
I like Victim of the Night. I think it's a cool card.
They're both great.
Mm-hmm. He says you can have the Victim. I don't care. You still dead. Game 1, guys, goes to the Spirits. Even though Jeskai Black here did not have to worry about Collective Brutality.
Yeah.
To win it. He still managed... And, okay, it's easy for us with perfect knowledge sitting back. We don't have the stress of the match to sit there and go, oh, man, it's easy. I see this line of play. I just need to do it. No, it's much harder when you're, not sitting at a table to sit here and figure out the best lines of play to do. So let's talk sideboards here, because that is one of the things that we like to do at Modern Magic Mondays. And clearly, you're a fan of the Sultai deck. So
dude, I love it.
You're going to be reading
The only
off.
thing that's lacking is white. He's got 1 Jace Architect of Thought, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, 2 Golgari Charm, 2 Counter Squall, 1 Collective Brutality, 2 Shadow of Doubt, 1 Ceremonious Rejection, 1 Creeping Corrosion, 1 Flame Tendrils, 2 Infinite Obliteration, and 1 Feed the Clan. Alright. Counter Squalls? Yes.
Yes. Love it.
Collective Brutality? Yes.
Like it.
Shadow of Doubt? Yes.
Yeah, he's
he
running
fetched,
a lot of shocks and fetches.
He has to, though, because he's playing 4 color.
Yes.
It's a very greedy mana base, and he's got to get his colors on lock. And a Shadow of Doubt at the right time could just really, really shut him down.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at something, because I think I did see him bring in the Golgari Charm.
Oh.
So I want to see why.
There's 2 that he's got on his board. Okay.
Okay. So he's probably running it for the Regenerate or the all creatures get -1/-1.
Yes.
And so the thing is Lyle hasn't seen the Nahiri. He didn't see the Nahiri, which also means he probably didn't see an Emrakul. Well, we know he didn't see an Emrakul.
Right.
But that's in there, so that's another win condition. But he's probably just worried about the spirits. So that's probably why the Golgari Charm's coming in.
Makes sense.
What about Chris?
Chris has got our tried and true control style sideboard that you'd expect to see. 2 Dispel, 2 Wear and Tear, 1 Nihil Spellbomb.
Nihil.
I almost got it. 1 Isn't Staticaster, 2 Anger, 2 Surgicals, 1 Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Geist, 2 Blessed Alliance. I really like the Blessed Alliances coming in. All of the creatures that he wants to have be sacrificed are pretty much every creature Lyle's playing. Grimflare, if that gets sacrificed, sweet. Don't have to worry about that. Tasigur gets sacrificed, sweet. Tarmogoyf, sweet. Worst thing that would have to be sacrificed is a Snapcaster, but with bolts and stuff like that, you can deal with that.
True.
Now, you could make the argument for Geist. 3 mana, can't die to removal spells, deal 4 damage, essentially. Is that 4 damage necessary? Is that where the plan that he wants to go on?
I mean, I think it's a solid win condition.
Like, if they're both basically like, all right, as soon as I get my threats, I'm just swinging sideways, you could deal 6 damage essentially out of it, but or force him not to attack with one of his creatures. You could say Dispel could also be something to bring in, maybe like a 1 of, 2 of even, depending on how crazy you want to go for it. Surgical potentially. So well, there's some options available for both players here. Get the loudest chair ever.
Alright, so Watery Grave into a Serum, and
What I meant?
Oh man, just stubborn denial. So get that Serum. Glad you took 2 damage, but no, you don't get to draw. But guess what? I get to do it.
Serum.
Oh,
stubborn denial. Woohoo!
Love me some stubborn denial.
I like that. That was nice.
Just play of the game.
Play of the game. Stubborn denial, Serum Vision.
And just gonna pass back.
Cool. Again, it's gonna be a lot of that like land go kind of thing in these earlier stages here. From time to time, you'll see like a little tricky interaction with some counter magic and stuff like that. But you know, it's a lot of setup in these early stages here.
Plays an Expedition. Is it an Aaron Mesa? And last one is play another Serum Vision. And maybe Chris is gonna respond with his own counter.
Oh, he could. I mean, he'll be at 2 mana, so that could be his way of saying, "Hey, here's my own remand. Here's a mana leak, whatever." You know, he's gonna try to throw down here.
Oh, Blood Crypt going to 15.
Yikes! I mean, there was a lot of fetching going on last game too, but a lot of it was on the end step. Okay, mana leak here.
Mana leak.
All right.
Swamp.
Pass.
Pass. Ooh. Play a creature. Whoa. Oh. It's like that mana leak's not permanent.
But this is also saying, hey, the coast is clear if you want to cast Lingering Souls or something now.
Sure, go ahead. Flooded Strand.
It's not a creature.
It is not a creature. You are correct.
Then again, we haven't really seen many creatures
Is
out
there
of Chris's
a
deck.
Simian Spirit Guide that makes blue?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
That would immediately be banned.
Just that's like a permaban.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we printed this. We're really sorry.
Simian Spirit Guides are bad enough. We don't need anything worse than that.
I was just thinking, how do I get a Shadow of Doubt off of that one swamp? I mean, Chris is at 12. Like, you just get beat up by.
Is Manamorphose a red and a green and a colorless?
No, it's just 2. Oh yeah.
So you cast Simian Spirit Guide with that swamp.
Oh yeah, there you
Manamorphose.
got it.
Into a black and a blue Shadow of Doubt.
Got there.
And you gotta draw 2 cards off that. Look at that. Got him. Snapcaster.
Ew.
That's the...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, tell us how you really feel about that.
I'm not a fan of that Snapcaster art.
Do you like the Modern Masters 2017 or the...
Fatal Push?
Whatever version that one is. I don't know what version that one
or
is.
that one?
Yeah, do you like that one or that one better? I'm putting you on the spot now. I'm not even giving you the option of original Innistrad.
I think I like that one better
Than
the new one.
This guy?
Yeah.
Jaime is all about this guy.
Of course. Lingering Souls.
Now, I gotta say, a lot of the new art stuff, I'm like, Serum Visions, A+. Good job. Past in Flames.
I'm not gonna go that far. Past in Flames looks good.
I like that one. That one's a sweet one. Might of Old Corrosa, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, Tassiger. Right on time.
Just what I wanted to see.
Get rid of that.
I mean, that Thought Scour was nice.
Get rid of this.
Don't need that.
Don't need that anymore.
Gotta judge the hand, though.
Actually, yeah.
There's that Goyf in there.
Yeah, if he was running the new Liliana the Last Hope, Snapcaster would be nice. Keep that in there. Oh, he's got to keep it.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Why?
Because he wants Goyf to be bigger.
Oh, true.
He knows that there's going to be instances and stuff like that flung across
from
both players. That's easy, but there's not going to be very many creatures that are going to come across from either player. Especially if he's hurting on lands right now. He's only got 2 and none in hand.
Hey, you know what's really good?
Path to Exile?
Well, yeah. But
Nahiri?
Tassiger was really good.
Tassiger is really good.
Until right now.
Nahiri, uptick. Let's rummage it out, guys.
He's got an engineer explosive.
Oh, look at this nice guy using the dice.
Oh!
Keeping us up to date on how the loyalty is working on Nahiri. And, gonna say engineer explosives. Hey, I can't get it up to 6, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Like it's another Nahiri with
I think that
draw?
was...
Wow.
So, we see him swinging with 1.
Oh, just 1?
Just 1. Want that guy to block, Essentially, there's now a 2-turn clock for Lyle to have a way to deal with that Nahiri or die.
Right. Because I mean, that's the thing. Like,
as weird as that
now...
is, this control matchup essentially now has a 2-turn clock before the game is over, and that's the power of Nahiri.
Yep, it's coming at her.
Shrug. Oh, you can have that. Rummage it out.
Lyle's a little choked on land.
Yeah, like flashback lingering here.
You know what would help?
Oh, there's a Snapcaster.
If he had some white in his deck.
You know what would help? If he actually drew a fetch land and fetched up Breeding Pool here.
I'm thinking Temple Garden.
Because...
you
know what? If it was me, I would fetch up a Temple Garden personally. Because then I can cast that...
Yeah, I would get a Temple Garden. You know what? I'll say Hollowed Fountain.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? When there's a path. When you end up getting the Goyfs and the Grim Players and the Bobble for this deck, we can easily run Sultai White.
Sultai White, dude.
Just for you, okay?
I'm telling everyone at home that's listening right now.
It's a thing.
Sultai
2017
White.
Sultai White.
Google it. You'll see my name next to it.
Brett Farmer.
Sultai White. Placement 79.
Please give me these cards so I can make Sultai White. That's what the whole thing's gonna be. Alright. Hey! Nice guy Chris gave Lyle a land. He's still dead. Next turn.
Or maybe it's Junk Blue. Or Abzan Blue. That's what they call it.
I like Sultai White better than I like
Junk Blue.
Blue.
Come on.
Junk Blue.
Junk Blue. Well, because I mean, all right. So what blue is he actually running? Like Snapcaster,
Serum Vision,
so
Stubborn Denial.
Right. But would mine be Junk Blue or Sultai White? I feel
yours
like
would still be Sultai White.
You think so?
White because you're splashing it for path.
Uh huh.
And that's it, right?
I mean, if you're gonna run white, you might as well run the other good white cards.
Okay, what else are you gonna run? What are you gonna take out to run the good stuff? I mean,
Lingering Souls.
It definitely opens you up.
Counter Squall.
There's no white in Counter Squall.
Well, I'm just saying that's a good card. It's a good card in the deck.
Yeah. Sideboard. It's a great card. I love Counter Squall.
Yeah. Monastery Mentor. See?
So
Siege Rhino.
You know what's interesting? Lyle's at 19 life.
I still don't feel.
But he's dead.
Yeah, I still don't feel really strong about his chances here.
Dead here.
Bounce that.
There's no white in his deck, so there's no path except it's protection from colors.
Yeah, he
can't even do that.
He can't do that.
He does. Oh, Blessed Alliance.
Blessed Alliance. Does that work?
It does. Sack a creature.
Okay.
But now the problem is he's gonna go swing in with my one soul.
Right, so here's the deal.
He's got to fatal push that away.
I wish I knew that. Because,
you didn't know that?
I was going to ask, but it was like game 3 between Julie and I was dead to that thing right there.
The flying spaghetti monster.
And I had a Blessed Alliance in hand. I was like, but does this work?
It's not targeting the creature, so it does get around.
Right,
it's also the reason, but yeah, so he swings like this, doesn't work, because you're still... So before then, you have to sack your permanents, so you're going to have to float your mana anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to lose your whole board, but you can at least get rid of that flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Just in case I need a couple extra turns.
It's not like he was having a tough time or anything with lands
No.
He's definitely going to play 4 lands all at once. Ooh, Silver Bloom. Here's a lightning bolt. You Stubborn Denial.
Wish I had. Oh, he probably floated it.
He did.
Did he not move to the next phase? Because if he didn't and stayed in combat...
He's good.
Wait a minute. It returns to his hand at the end of combat.
What?
Emrakul. Based on the Hiri, right? So I don't think that... Hold on.
Snapcaster, Lingering Souls beats just enough!
Card. I need to look this up now. Card. The Hiri, the Harbinger, or something like that. Put it on the battlefield and shove it. Gains haste. Return it to your hands at the beginning of the next end step. It returns. And Emrakul wasn't on the field anymore. Just saying.
What? What are you talking about?
Okay. Lyle floated all this mana to have Stubborn Denial.
Mm-hmm.
Can't suspend visions during combat.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. No, so Lyle had no lands. How is he casting Stubborn Denial? Because
the mana would have left.
The mana would have left after.
Yeah.
At the end. So all right, combat. Boom, sack your stuff. Right. The lands. He goes. Okay, I'll float all this and sack them. Sweet. Okay, go to end step. This returns to my hand, and then I'm gonna cast. Cast
is definitely gone at that
way
point.
Gone.
Definitely
Count 1 trillion.
Well.
Now, so he's.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, guys. You know what?
It still ended up in Chris's
Still ended up with.
Oh, also we don't have a table judge.
Also, that was the week we didn't have a table judge.
Yeah.
That's okay. No big deal. No big deal. Let's take some points out, guys. Bum bum bum. Half our players sitting with 3 points. Half of them.
Man, it seemed like it was a bumping night.
There was a lot of people there for week 9. Like, it was going on. We're just gonna keep going.